Where did you grow up?
New Jersey.
When you were growing up, what were some of your hobbies?
Kind of the same thing as it is today. Collecting shoes, collecting art, coming into the city, drinking with my friends.
What TV shows did you watch?
Growing up.
Or did you even fuck with TV?
Growing up, I didn't really.
Did you play video games? What were you into? What were your hobbies?
NFL Blitz, Ken Griffey Jr. baseball in '64. I played sports growing up.
What did you play?
Basketball, baseball, football, everything.
That's cool. When did you start making backpacks?
Bags I started in 2011.
So what age were you? Out of college? Or
yeah, I was 21. I just left school. And basically kind of realized at every sneaker line we were at, kids have a different pair of shoes for every day of the week. Took so much pride in their fits, but everyone was wearing the same JanSport. And in New York City, no one has cars to keep their shit in. You got to have all your stuff for the whole day and for the night. And everyone had just kind of basic backpacks. So me and the co-founder Roy, who I met working at Mishka, decided we wanted to make an elevated bag option.
So you were saying before that you were in retail?
Before that, I worked in Mishka for a little bit, and then I was doing sneaker events, doing campouts, and then getting tables at Dunk Exchanges and Soul Collector events. Sold out, Funk Flex Sneaker Battle. Get my friends together, we'd all get a table, buy, sell, and then just go to all the Golden Era streetwear stores around here, picking shit up, reselling. Back before reselling was reselling.
When you were first starting your business, did you pitch your backpacks to other people? Did you send PR packages, or did you was it word by mouth?
It was mostly word of mouth. We had kind of the same way this came about. We had already had a lot of friends that were starting to do kind of cool shit, so they would put on for us, and then just kind of meet people through just kind of like-minded friends, mutuals, and stuff like that. That was basically how it went.
What is LAAMS for anyone, if you had to describe it to someone that does not know anything about it?
It's a 3-story retail space, workshop, art gallery, bookstore. Kind of just anything we find cool comes in here. Anything we can do to help our friends, people we know, or talent out here, put them on. We bring it in here in one capacity or another. It's ever changing.
What do you look for with new artists?
It's important we like them as a person. We like the message behind their art. Make sure that it's affordable for New Yorkers, not just for tourists visiting town. And just quality of work.
Do you have any advice for young entrepreneurs?
Yeah, it never happens quick, so just keep at it. It took us, more than 10 years to open this place. And just roll your sleeves up and do shit. Everyone likes to make excuses why they can't do the next thing, but you can just, I'm sweating from carrying shit over from 2 blocks away right now. Just do it,
Do you also have any advice for people that want to be in the creative spaces that you're in right now? Is there any skill set that you have to have, or that is important?
I'd say always, keep creating, but always try to find what separates you from the pack. There's, a ton of painters, a ton of photographers, a ton of brands. What makes you stand out from everyone else? And don't try to lean on getting stuff to famous people and expecting that to have crazy results. It's more importantly is the work is good, and it's going to happen more naturally than sending stuff to strangers and hoping that they post on Instagram. It's not going to push a needle like a lot of these kids think it will.
Yeah. Okay, my last question that I ask everyone.
One other thing to add to that, research. Nobody researches. No one reads anything. They don't even Google shit. They just start making stuff. That's how you lose money. That's how you lose all your money. And then you can't take the next step, or you can't rethink your process. Do your research, create a business plan. If you don't know how to do that, you could buy a book for $18 here at LAAMS on how to write a business plan. You can Google it for free. Take your steps before you just start throwing out the money you work so hard for. Otherwise, that money's going to be gone. You're not going to be able to try something new, and one failure cannot take you out of the game. You got to be able to fail over and over and over again.
Yeah, what is one of the hardest things about opening up your retail space? Transitioning to that side of the business?
I always preferred to be on that side of the business. At the time when I first dropped out of school, it was 2011. It was like the power was in the brand side more than the store side. And there was a lot of brands that were kind of popping up around me with mutual friends and stuff, and we really liked our concept for SR, still do. But I always preferred to be on the retail side, but that was also at a point where New York rent rates were prohibitive. Like, you were seeing super successful streetwear brands close their brick and mortar because they it just wasn't feasible. So we had to really make sure to plan out this business plan, make sure that it was going to sustain the whole operation. We didn't expect to open up a store selling hoodies, hats, and t-shirts, or reselling with 10% margins and expected to be able to make it work that way. We did our due diligence for a really long time, collected stuff that we knew we'd need for the store for more than 10 years. We didn't have to buy a single piece of clothing or art or anything before we opened this place. It was amassed over literally 18 years.
Wow. What are your individual roles, like you and Stevie's?
Yeah, so Stevie runs the show, GM, kind of in charge of everything. Joe's creative director, he's a little more behind the scenes. My role, put shit together, basically.
You like are a culture
I'm good at problem
creator.
solving. If something's not going to happen one way, I'll figure out how to do it the next way. And then I do like the buying and the curation. Plus I'm the oldest, so I have more experience in this stuff than a lot of people. Contracts, accounting, shit like that. Especially.
Oh, that's hard. Okay, so my last question that I ask everyone is, do you have a favorite, like, hole-in-the-wall food place?
Cheeky's, probably.
Cheeky's?
Yeah.
What is that?
Cheeky sandwiches right here on Orchard.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, $7, $8 for a great sandwich.
Like, what sandwich is your go-to?
Shit. I get every one of them, but my favorite's probably the beef one. Like prime rib, arugula, horseradish mayo, tomatoes on challah bread. If you don't know about challah, you should be getting all your sandwiches on it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.